What if I told you that in every courtroom, a silent conversation unfolds, one that can determine someone's fate? While lawyers argue and witnesses testify, experienced judges are reading an entirely different language. Body language in the courtroom reveals truths that words often try to hide. After 20 years on the bench, I've learned the human body rarely lies. When a witness shifts uncomfortably during cross-examination, when a defendant's shoulders slump at a particular question, or when an attorney's voice rises slightly, these moments tell stories transcripts never capture. Let's start with the most obvious tells. Nervous fidgeting isn't just about anxiety. When someone repeatedly touches their face, adjusts their clothing, or taps their fingers, they're often processing internal conflict. I've seen defendants touch their nose when denying charges, not because they're lying, but because they're uncomfortable with their past actions. The key is distinguishing general nervousness from specific discomfort. Eye contact reveals incredible insights. Honest witnesses usually maintain steady eye contact, but look away naturally when recalling details. Deceptive individuals often overcompensate with too much eye contact or avoid it entirely during critical moments. I once had a witness who stared directly at me describing an alibi, but couldn't meet my eyes when asked about specific timeline details. That inconsistency spoke volumes. Posture changes throughout testimony are particularly telling. When people feel confident, they sit straighter, lean forward slightly, and gesture naturally. But under uncomfortable questions, shoulders pull inward, creating a protective barrier. Arms cross defensively. The body retreats from the conversation. Lawyers aren't immune to these tells either. Experienced attorneys control obvious reactions, but subtle cues emerge. When uncertain about a line of questioning, their pace changes. They might pause longer between questions or speak faster, sensing weakness in a witness. Their hand gestures become more controlled and less natural. The most fascinating aspect is how genuine emotion differs from performed emotion. Real distress triggers involuntary microexpressions that flash across the face for mere milliseconds. Genuine surprise widens eyes and drops the jaw simultaneously. Authentic anger tightens the jaw and narrows the eyes in a sequence nearly impossible to fake convincingly. But here, what many don't realize about courtroom body language: context matters enormously. Someone fidgeting might have a medical condition or be uncomfortable in formal settings. Cultural backgrounds influence eye contact norms and personal space preferences. Effective judges learn to read cues within proper context rather than making snap judgments. Power dynamics create unique body language patterns. Defendants often display submissive postures regardless of guilt or innocence, responding to the intimidating environment. Prosecutors might project confidence even when their case is weak. Defense attorneys sometimes unconsciously mirror their clients' emotional states. Witness preparation affects natural body language significantly. Overcoached witnesses appear robotic, with rehearsed gestures disconnected from their words. They maintain perfect posture throughout testimony, which ironically becomes suspicious since natural behavior includes subtle position shifts. Voice patterns complement body language powerfully. Vocal pitch rises under stress, but trained individuals can control this. Speech rhythm changes are harder to mask. When constructing false narratives, people often speak unnaturally, with odd pauses or rushed sections not matching emotional content. Jury members create their own silent communication network. They mirror each other's postures when agreeing with testimony. Disagreement shows through subtle head shakes or backward leans. Experienced judges monitor jury body language to gauge engagement and comprehension throughout proceedings. The most skilled courtroom participants understand authenticity trumps perfect presentation. Jurors connect with witnesses showing appropriate emotions, even nervousness or sadness. Overly polished presentations can backfire by appearing calculated or insincere. For anyone entering a courtroom, awareness of your own body language is crucial. Stand straight but not rigid. Make natural eye contact without staring. Allow genuine emotions to show while maintaining composure. Trying too hard to control every gesture often creates more suspicion than relaxing into authentic responses. This silent courtroom language influences every case outcome. While evidence and legal arguments lay the foundation, nonverbal communication colors how information is received and interpreted. Understanding this hidden layer of courtroom dynamics offers valuable insights into human nature itself, revealing how we communicate truth and deception through the oldest language we